I would like to speak about what means living eternity, for me at least. So there is two words in living eternity, living and eternity. So this does speak about two aspects of our experience of consciousness. So one aspect is what is always there, eternally, unmoving, stable. So that is the root of the other part, which is living, expressing itself, consciousness in movement. So that is two aspects of the experience, living eternity, and both are working together. So I wanted to just make a little note on these words, living eternity, while some people have been joining. So anything you want to share or ask now? After some time we'll do a guided meditation, but for now there is a little moment for sharing for people who are here if there is something specific. So for that you can open your mic if you want to say something. Yes. So, in this context of what I said just before, anytime you can open your mind and ask something, but I will continue to speak about this subject, living eternity. So we might not understand why there is some challenges, sufferings, pain, misunderstanding in our mind, why life is not always easy, and so on. So the expression is like that there is some two sides. There is pain and pleasure, and we don't like so much to suffer. We don't like pain because it's not pleasant, right? Whether it is physical, emotional, or mental. But great mystics like Rumi said that the pain is where light enters. So these words are very deep. We might take them lightly, but it means that we should not be afraid of feeling discomfort or pain or mental pain, which can be much more difficult to take than even physical pain sometimes. But because that's I would say a kind of test of life or God to give us such experiences, because they are framing this world of duality, and if we can in that moment surrender and be grateful for also this experience of pain, then we challenge Maya. Because when we play the game of closing ourselves to not feel pain, we play the game. So if we want to transcend the illusion and to realize our God self, we should be very much bold, courageous, like warriors. The warriors is also, it's a caste in India, but also in some scriptures it is compared to the void of our causal body, which is something which we are afraid of. We are afraid of emptiness, of void. But if we realize it is a part of our also structure, because to have some object perceiving consciousness, we also need emptiness, void. So to learn to be friend with void, emptiness, which is also connected with fear of dying. So all this is going together. And the base of that is fear. So, yes, if you want to speak something, you have to open your mic. Yes. It's not working. Did something wrong with the sound? No. So, yes, I can't hear you, but I think you can hear me, right? So, yes, to gain confidence in the base of existence, give us the freedom to experience the manifestation, the expressed consciousness. And in that there is no limitation. So the more grounded is our awareness in being, the more bold can be the experience also. So there is nothing to fear from that consciousness, pure consciousness. So, but it's not just to stay in our own mountain, but to see all as God. Even the manifested consciousness is also God. The computer in front of me, the glass, the human beings, the trees, everything is God. There is nothing which is not my own self. So I'm like a fish, like Rumi also Kabir says, like a fish swimming in the ocean, but thirsty for water. Imagine if we would say to a fish, why are you thirsty for water? You're in the ocean. So we are bathing in the ocean of God. There is nothing else than God, and we are lost. Where am I? Where is my home? So, can you confirm if you hear me? Anyone? Yes? Good. Thank you. So the invitation here is to see all as a play. When we take it serious, we lose ourselves as a real character in this experience, and when we are in fear of dying, being sick and old and all that, and to lose what we have. So if we are aware of our own nature and see the play and the playfulness of life, of God, then it become fun. Life become fun. So we don't even need to liberate ourselves from anything because we are already free. So we are just open to the experience. So how to stay open to the magic of life is to recognize that what is blocking us to be open is our own beliefs, our own conditioning. Like a guy called it bullshit rules. All the beliefs in our mind from old generation, tradition, that might have been helpful at some point, but now everything is changing always. This manifested consciousness is evolving, changing all the time. So we should be clear enough to see that what is blocking us to be open to the magic of life is our own sticking to our own fear and beliefs and conditioning. So for that we have to really be present to our own mind, whatever is preventing us to stay open, and to go through life in that spirit, that I'm already God, that I am experiencing in a particular way as this one or this one character, this one. Anything someone want to share about all what I said or ask? It's nothing new, we are reminding ourselves. No? Okay. So, if no one has to ask or say anything, we can do. Yes, Suzanne from Germany. As the sound is not working, why it's not working? Is it from my side? I did something wrong. Yes, nobody can speak, that's why. Since the beginning I was feeling something is wrong. As to unmute, yes. So maybe, what can I do technically? I can't hear you, and so I will try to. So I will stop and open again. Is it okay for you, or I don't know where to go, in which section? Oh my God. Can you write something in the chat, please? Okay, so maybe I close and can you join in 1 minute? I close the meeting and you join again. I don't know why there is no sound. It's first time it happened. Maybe like this. Now. Yes, now it's okay. Okay, I know why. It was in... I know why. Oh my God. Can you speak now?
Yes.
Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
Yay! Well.
Nice to hear you. I was feeling quite alone.
Yes, Tanya was also speaking to you, but you gave her no answer.
No, you know why? Because my speaker was on Bluetooth and it's not working in Bluetooth. It has to be plugged with a cable. So I didn't know that. It's first time I use this one. So very apologize.
Yes, maybe I'm not long more here. Here is big thunder. Thunder stopped, but I hear now it comes again. Maybe I have to cut.
So I will know that you did not die, that it's just temporary. Yes.
I wanted to say something.
Yes.
What you said.
Yes.
But now I forgot.
So anyone forgot? Tanya? Yes.
Maybe it's something, yes. In a way, is what you say. Yes, I agree. It's all a play. But in some moments, we are not feeling this play. This playfulness is not more there. And in these moments, sometimes it's, yes, this remembering to the truth is missing. It's like not more existing. And these are these difficult moments because these words and what we know, what is truth. Oh my God, full rain.
Yes. So,
Yes,
don't worry.
maybe I have to stop soon, and
Yes.
more thunder is
Yeah.
coming.
But you know that why we are stuck, because in this moment it's difficult because we close ourselves. The trick is really to surrender, to stay open, or to be grateful, whatever word we use in that experience. It's a challenge. You know, all mystics talk about that, going through a dark time, very difficult, also beautiful time in life. So it's easy to stay open when it's beautiful, but it's not so easy. And we feel disconnected, we feel lost. That's why that is the most important moment, to stay open when it's the most tough. And to say, if we are able to stay open, to be grateful and say thank you. This gives us the awareness in the experience of pain. And then we can learn to receive this glass of pain and drink the poison. And we challenge Maya. We say, you see, I can drink the poison. I can drink this glass and I'm not dying. As consciousness, you can drink anything. So that's all the mystics have been talking about also. So we should not fear anything, and also mental pain, agony even, or whatever experience we have. So yes, to stay open and grateful and surrender in that moment of challenge. To notice, to just present, to notice how much I close. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to feel that. It's so terrible. I feel like dying. I feel like I'm burning. Stay open. Let yourself burn and disappear. And then what is left over? That's a surprise. All the mystics also talk in this way. Let yourself be burned, and you will discover you are still there.
Frank, I have a question. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
So you mentioned fear and emptiness.
Sorry, can you repeat?
You mentioned fear and emptiness.
Yes.
So for me, like it's like not always there, but like there are things like that triggered like emptiness or fear. What does that mean?
Fear?
Yeah.
Fear is the opposite of love. Fear is the opposite of union. Fear is to feel separate from the world, to feel separate from others, feel separate from God. Fear is I. Love is union with life, with God. But why do I fear, and what do I fear? I fear what is painful or what I don't know. Right? Usually what I fear is what is not pleasant, or or the unknown, or emptiness. But that's also part of the full spectrum of colors of this experience, to go through the highest pain and pleasures, willfully, consciously. Because you imagine, it's like there is a layer around the three worlds, this three body, physical, astral, causal, or whatever. There is a layer around. It's like a frame. It's all made of plus and minus, pain and pleasure. So if we stay in this Jiva's plane, we all experience in that. And if we just confirm this all the time, we just identify as that. But if we are willing to open in the worst of time, then our true nature can be more and more open and awakened, which is beyond pain and pleasure. So, it's like you are playing with a little game. You are a child, and you are so liking this game, and but your parents want you to move to another more interesting game, more educative, but you hold on to that, and you say no, I cry, yeah, I don't want to leave that, right? So if you are staying attached to pain and pleasure, and your parents, which is pure consciousness, tell you, no, there is something more than this. Why do you hold on to pain and pleasure? Oh, I like this. Just let go of pain and pleasure, let them be, and open yourself to something greater. To the Divine Mother, to God. So it's up to us to do that, to stay here and surrender to everything. Surrender doesn't mean I say yes to my neighbor to eat my head with a stick and say, oh, thank you so much. No, the character has to place, but inside the inner attitude is to be here and to have this awareness that anything can be experienced. It will not affect my beingness, my true nature. And if you develop this awareness of what you are, more and more, being, which is indestructible, like a guy say, unfuckable. It's a guy from Mind Valley, which I'm listening the last few days. Then you can face the world and experiences without fear. Because fear is only about thing which is in our own mind.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Can I say something? One thing I would like to add, it's not only in the mind sphere. For me, it's very helpful to see it as a frequency. It's a frequency in our system, in our bodies around. In the I don't know, is it in the emotional body, but it's in our frequency, and it's a frequency. It's like a sound or music where sometimes things happening in life, and this old sound get triggered, and it came back because it's more a subtle frequency what we all have in our system. And for me it helps when I know it's only a frequency, and
Yes.
I can change this frequency. I can make like alchemy, and okay, now I just go in a very down frequency, but I know I'm not this down frequency. It's a part in my system, but I can change the melody.
Yes. Thank you for noting that, to speak about that. This is what I mean by mind, because the mind plane, we call it this three world: physical, subtle, astral, and mind plane. It's all the mind plane or the jiva's plane. But yeah, it's good you know that, because when I say that, it's not just about thinking. It's as vibration, as good thought and vibration, it's all linked together. So that's very much right, because we feel it in our body, fear, right? We feel something burning, or something cold, or shaking, or it take a shape, right? For example, Tanya, for you, which shape is it taking? You speak about fear.
I don't know the shape, but like
The shape,
it's like
the feeling is.
like what? Sorry.
How do you experience fear in your own body mind?
In my uh, in my mind, it's like restlessness, like
In your mind, you mean in this part of the head? And do you feel something in the
yes,
body as well?
yes, like this, like a nervous energy, like it's
Nervous
like
energy.
uh,
Yes.
yeah, like it's uh, like little shaking or little like hand shaking.
You see, so I was asking that because it is expressing itself in this way. For someone else, might be a little different. Anger would be different, or some other kind of emotion, or not pleasant experiences. But slowly, if we can find a deeper seat inside of us, deeper seat of consciousness, where I can sit and let the experience be without trying to push it away or identifying with it, just being here. So I just, any practice, when it happens, I would say maybe it's too late. We could say that. I say that because to practice in other times when I feel better is a preparation. Like when I go on stage, I'm like an actor, so I practice before, because I know I will go on stage. I don't know when, as an actor, in front of the camera. But when I
Yeah,
will go on stage in front of the camera, I have to be ready. So when this fear, shaking come, I already have learned I found a deeper seat of consciousness where I can stay quiet and go through the experience with a centeredness. Do you understand these words?
yeah,
So you can learn to take some times here and there while you sit, closed eyes, open eyes, or when you do some work. You can use a mantra, you can use breathing, you can use remember your guru, anything which is helpful to cultivate that centeredness in your own being, right? And then when difficult time happen, you are more ready, more prepared. You see? Otherwise, if
yeah.
there is no awareness, no centeredness, then you get lost in the energy, and so it's because this light of consciousness that you can stand anything, and then in that moment, instead of in restlessness or fear, instead of contracting and say I don't want to feel that, just stay here, even if I can stay open to some extent, and I can even speak to God or to your master, or just stay quiet, whatever fits you. You can also see it like that this challenging time or the most precious time where you can open to something which is beyond. At that moment, try to keep this awareness and talk to the divine or whatever, or as you feel, but to don't close yourself. Say, okay, I'm here. I'm here, you do whatever you like, surrendering to God's will, because God has created, there is some apparent wars and bombs now going on, there is this
Yeah.
and that and this. Who is doing that if there is only God? So it's all the lila of God, which for the mind is not understandable, how God can create that. The mind can't accept that because we are. But for the silent God which is sitting in our heart, nothing happened. He's Because this absolute reality is this God sitting in our heart. And if we're aware that God is silently sitting in our heart all the time, lovingly, patiently, whatever experience is there. Like if you are in a cinema hall and you see war, bombs, love stories, separation, but you're just sitting in your chair and just... So, we can do that now, a little bit together, to sit. We'll do like sitting in a third eye, inside, in the middle of the head. We can close our eyes together a few minutes. We may use any center in the body or not, but in this moment we'll use sitting in the third eye, and we just feel that we are just here in the center, where I just have one thing to do, is to do nothing, just to be. And just observing. I'm just an observer of whatever happens in this human experience, inside and outside. So, but in this moment, it's better to look what is happening inside. Stay sitting in the center of the head, in the pineal gland, third eye, Shiv Netra. And from there, just do nothing. If there is any thoughts coming, we don't need to jump on them and grasp them, we just stay sitting. It's like you have taken food enough and there is people coming to give you food or some other drink, but you want nothing. You're satisfied. So all these thoughts, feelings, sensation, whatever, you're not interested, you're just not pushing them away, you're just sitting quietly, satisfied in your own self. Santosh, contentment, which is my own nature. So I have no need to reach anything to find contentment. Also in the expression of life, it may appear like that, but the real contentment is in our own self, sitting quietly, which is always the case. We as consciousness are always quiet, at peace, seeing the mind, but we have nothing to do with it. So through our different bodies, subtle bodies, physical body, anything can be felt, sensed, heard, or they are just experiences. But we are sitting in the core of all experiences and nothing is affecting me. Nothing is affecting me. But I'm also not pushing away anything. I'm satisfied with everything. I'm the pure Shiva. I have no problem with my own Shakti, which is the expression of life. So I'm in permanent love with my own expression without attachment. There is no problem with anything. Shakti energy through form and name can express I am always at peace. Nothing is disturbing my own true self. The breathing in the human body is also an expression, the dance of Shiva. All is a dance. And I'm sitting in the center, unmoved, the permanent smile. And even if the jivas, the characters are not aware of my presence, I'm always here. I'm always here watching you, loving you. So from that absolutely stable nature of mind, I can even open my eyes and stay in life and connect with apparent others, which they are also me, and enjoy. So, and then we can go in life and we can even set goals for me as consciousness Shiva. There is no problem to set goals. I know they will not give me happiness, only apparent happiness, only temporary happiness, and that's not what I want, because I am happy anyway by nature. Why should I wait for anything? But I play like I set goals. I can be married, I can be rich, I can be a businessman, I can do anything, but it's a play. I'm not bound by goals. The goal is not what will make me happy, only relatively happy for some time. Whatever comes and go, I cannot rely on that, because I am so thirsty of freedom that I can only enjoy my own freedom. But then I can dance with setting goals and achieving goals or not, being happy or not happy as a character, but inside I always smile. So we can approach life from this perspective and keep these two poles, these two anchors, as this ground of being absolutely stable, which is not expecting for anything. And at the same time, we can set goals with the knowledge that it's for the sake of play in this world. Like little children, we play with playmates like that. So I would invite ourselves, including me, to do like that. Please share something with us. Anyone?
I'm happy to share. When you do the meditation, it kind of takes us to that place. And I like the expression that it's Shiva's Shakti. So it's just coming from that place, creating little drama and coming back.
Yes, nothing happened. Like you go on stage and if you even forget that you are Shiva and you lose yourself as a character. I'm crying, I don't deserve anything in life, or I lost my whatever or this, and then you forget, for the sake of play on the stage, you forget you are Shiva. And then at some moment somebody pull you by your shirt and you come down from the stage. Oh, how was that? Does it sound really
I
weird?
get very involved. People have to beat me up to remind me.
We are all these characters, Frank also, all these characters are part of this. You know, they are all, a character stay a character. So it belongs to this plane, and only what we are is smiling at all that, but the character will continue to be more or less involved. So the more awareness of what we are, the less we forget. So, but it's not a forgetting with the mind. So, because that we tried, but it's not working really. So it happens, and God is doing all, and we do nothing. We don't even exist. So that's a funny show. I saw Jim Carrey, which is an actor, and he said, I saw a short yesterday, I think, and he was saying, I don't exist. He said, before I was an actor, Jim Carrey, and I thought I was, but now I know I don't exist. And you know, that's what I'm reading from my master's almost in 30 years. Never think that I don't exist. I am not. Only the Sadguru is. So that's the old way to say it. The Sadguru, only the Sadguru is surrender to self. But with the Sadguru is life. Sadguru is the great intelligence. So it takes a shape of a master as a physical, but this character is also a character in the play. He's not more real than others, but he has more awareness within itself, but he's also a character. So, yes, very, very. So nice to see you today, Poonam.
Yeah, likewise.
Yes, from California.
Can you make it 30 minutes sooner?
I don't know. Okay. And because I don't know even if I will do it next Monday. But I heard what you said, yes.
That's enough.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes. So, but if you have to leave soon, we can cut because 2 people left already.
Okay, that's fine.
So, anything?
Lovely to meet you.
Yes.
And you'll post this, right?
Yes, I will. I will post. Yes.
I like to listen again and again.
I post this one. Yes. Yes, I will do. Yes, it was little chaotic with the sound, but yes. Yes, Dan, I think he's probably working because he came last time also, and he's not available or for some reason. Yes.
No, Dan is listening because he said the meditation is always nice.
Yes, but he might not be able to for some reason.
Yeah.
With
How
video.
do you know Dan?
From South Africa. Yes.
Oh.
But yes, he called me and we had a talk, and he came to know.
You have lived in South Africa?
No, near in Mauritius Island, but yes. So I'm just cutting for the recording now, and thank you so much for joining.